Welcome. Halloween is just around the corner, and that means one thing: time for a horror movie marathon. If you're looking for films that will make your heart race and keep you up at night, you've come to the right place. Today, I'm bringing you the top 10 horror movies perfect for this spooky night. Let's get started. Number 10. Hellfest. A night that was supposed to be full of fun and excitement turns into a nightmare when a group of friends enters Hellfest, a dark, horror-filled amusement park where every nook and cranny drips with fear. It's a place where the line between pretend horror and reality begins to blur. However, amidst the sea of creepy costumes and actors lurking around every corner, there is a real murderer, scrupulously concealing his macabre intentions. The hunt begins, and the screams that were supposed to be part of the fun become real cries for help. Victims are killed in front of the eyes of other participants, but no one notices that death is as real as possible here. With each step, Hellfest visitors become part of a diabolical game from which only a few can escape. But will they make it? Time is running out, and the darkness is becoming more and more merciless. Number 9. Tales of Halloween. In a quiet town, Halloween is not just about pranks and candy, but a night filled with terrifying stories. Pumpkins turn into bloodthirsty monsters, ancient demons awaken, and vengeful spirits return. Each tale is a separate nightmare, blending into an unstoppable force of horror. Every minute of this dreadful night pulls you deeper into madness, where all nightmares come to life, and every step could be your last. In Tales of Halloween, fear reigns supreme, and no one is safe from the terror lurking on every street and in every house. Number 8. All Hallows Eve. On Halloween night, the children's babysitter finds a mysterious VHS tape among the Halloween loot. Intrigued, she puts it in the player and begins watching the disturbing footage with the children. The screen shows gruesome scenes of murder and indescribable terror that slowly reveals something far more sinister. The central figure in each of these terrifying stories is a hollow-eyed clown whose presence inspires pure fear. As the images on the tape become more and more violent, the sitter begins to sense that something is not quite right. The clown seems to be more than just a character from a movie. His sinister presence begins to approach, crossing the boundaries of the screen and entering their reality. The nightmare comes to life, and the sitter discovers that they are no longer safe, and every moment brings them closer to meeting this terrifying evil. Number 7. Terrifier. In the dark corners of the city lurks something terrifying. Art the Clown, a figure with a sinister smile who knows no mercy. On Halloween night, his victims become like toys in his sick game. The creepy clown stalks 2 young women, turning their evening into a bloody slaughter. Art doesn't kill for survival. He kills for pure satisfaction. His every move is calculating, each crime more brutal than the last. Dark corridors, deserted buildings, and the constant fear that no one will hear your screams add to the atmosphere of horror. When it seems that there is no hope left, Art reveals his most sadistic side, not allowing even a moment's respite. This isn't just a game. It's a bloody show that no one wants to watch, and Art has no intention of stopping it until he satisfies his sick lust. Number 6. Halloween Party. Something terrifying is hiding in the dark corners of the internet. Students at a seemingly innocent university discover an app that sends out a cursed message, a threat that leads to the violent death of anyone who opens it. With just one click, monstrous supernatural forces begin their hunt. Someone who receives the message comes face to face with their deepest fears, which materialize to tear them apart. Time is running out, and the friends are helpless, seeing one by one they become victims of the nightmare. Darkness lurks everywhere, and their only hope is to uncover the mystery before they themselves are drawn into the hellish vortex of fear. Number 5. Scary stories to tell in the dark. In the small town of Mill Valley, a neglected, haunted house hides a secret that has endured for decades. There, in dark corners, hides a book full of terrifying tales that not only draw the reader in, but also come to life, turning night terrors into reality. A group of teenagers unknowingly find this book, not knowing that each story within it writes itself and is a foreshadowing of their own impending fate. With each page read, demonic figures emerge from the darkness, monsters that grow closer, more and more real. Their innocence turns into a desperate struggle for survival as the stories cease to be mere fiction. The nightmare becomes real, and each of them must face their deepest fears before they become the next victims of a dark book that never forgets. Number 4. Haunt. On a dark Halloween night, a group of friends come across an extremely frightening attraction, a haunted house promising the most extreme experience. At first, it seems to be just a game, a macabre theater for thrill seekers. However, with each passing moment, the atmosphere becomes more and more suffocating. Disturbing noises, mysterious figures in masks, bloody decorations that look all too real. It soon becomes apparent that this is not just a game. The traps are deadly, and the bestial beings hiding in the shadows have no intention of letting anyone out. Step by step, the friends become victims of sadistic stalkers, and every choice could be their last. They don't know who they can trust, and fear paralyzes their movements as the corridors turn into a maze of death. Number 3. House LLC. An abandoned hotel on the outskirts of a small town has been hiding a dark secret for years, and now a group of young filmmakers have decided to transform it into a haunted house for Halloween. As they begin preparations, they quickly realize that something is amiss. The cameras record strange phenomena, and the atmosphere in the hotel becomes heavier and heavier. In time, they begin to notice disturbing figures flitting through the shadows, whose presence causes an icy chill. The walls of the building seem to breathe, and every step along the corridor arouses terror, as if someone, or something, is watching their every move. However, the worst is yet to come. During the opening of the House of Horror, everything goes out of control. Something that was supposed to be fiction turns into a nightmare in plain sight, and a murderous tragedy unfolds at the Hell House Hotel that no one can stop. Number 2. The house's October built. A group of friends embark on a journey in search of the most terrifying haunted houses to experience real terror on Halloween. Their goal is to find those attractions that cross all boundaries of nightmare. However, what begins as innocent fun quickly turns into a terrifying battle for life. With each haunted house, they come across more and more violent and disturbing attractions, and the line between fiction and reality begins to blur dangerously. When they arrive at a mysterious attraction that few have heard of, they discover they are being stalked. On Halloween, which was supposed to be full of excitement, their worst nightmare begins. The real horror lurks not behind the decorations, but in the sadistic minds that have turned the evening into a deadly game. The screams of their friends fade into the darkness, and the darkness of this Halloween night consumes them one by one. Number 1. Curse of Crom, the Legend of Halloween. In a small, quiet town, a terrifying secret hides. Every year during Halloween, an ancient evil awakens from the depths of darkness. This is no ordinary legend or fairy tale to scare children. It's a curse that has endured for centuries, and its dark spirit lurks just around the corner. Residents live in fear, knowing that something will come for them that night. Something that has no mercy, knows no compassion. As night falls, shadows fill the streets, and the few who remain outside hear ominous whispers in the air. The cursed Crom, a long-forgotten demon, returns to sow death and destruction. Anyone who tried to confront him has died in unimaginable agonies. The screams of the victims fill the dark alleys, and fear spreads like a virus. The time for escape is over. No one is safe. This Halloween night. That's it for our top Halloween horror movies. I hope you found something that will give you a real chill this spooky season. Let me know in the comments which of these films you've already seen and which ones you're planning to watch. Have a terrifying Halloween and see you in the next video.